start our read aloud today, I want to talk to you about a word. This word is clever. Can you say it?
Clever.
Okay, clever. Raise your hand if you have heard that word before in your life. Keep your hand up if you can tell the crew what you think that word might mean. What does clever mean?
Smart.
Thumb up if you were thinking it was meaning smart. Thumb up if you can add another word. So I'm going to put an example of clever is smart. Yes? What's another example of clever? Yes?
Creative.
Creative could be, sure. I'll take one more for an example of what clever might mean. Yes?
Exploring.
Exploring. What do you all think of that?
No.
Let's think about that one, okay? What else?
No.
If nice means smart and creative, or if clever means smart and creative, would it mean nice?
Wait.
What's another word for smart or creative? Yes.
Like clever.
Clever. Okay. So clever kind of means you're smart and creative. What are examples of what clever is not? What is not clever? Yes. If it means smart and creative, what would the opposite be? Yes.
What's not clever?
Yeah, like not.
Play.
What did you say? What's the opposite of smart?
It's not explore.
Yeah, not smart, right? Okay. So, clever means you're smart, you're creative. So the opposite would be not smart and
Not creative.
not creative. So tell me a real world connection to clever. Who is someone you know that's clever? It could be a character, a person. I'm only going to take like 2 of these. We're not going to be able to get to everybody, okay? Because this is just a vocabulary word for the book. You in the yellow, what's an example of clever?
Clever means when you do something nice.
When you do something like, who here at school is really clever? Who do you think at school could be clever?
Can I ask for help?
Yeah.
Giselle.
Giselle, who here at school could be really clever? A teacher could be really clever. Do you
That's what I was
agree?
going to say. I was going to say this.
Miss Goberis? Yeah, who else? Who else at school is really
Sorry.
clever? They're all sitting right next to you.
Us?
Students! Yes. Okay. All right. So now that we know what clever means, I'm going to flip back to our learning intention for today. Okay. So today when we're doing our read aloud, I want you to think about our learning target. So I'll read it once and then I want you to read it with me. Are you ready? We are learning to track story elements as we read fiction text. Read it with me.
We are learning to track story elements
As we read fiction text. What does track mean? What does track mean? Yeah.
It means like you're paying attention to somebody.
Yeah, we're just paying attention to what they are, right? So we're gonna, how do you think we're gonna do that? If we're paying attention to them, we're gonna listen to them and write them down, right? So listen and write. Bless you, whoever that was. Okay, we're gonna track. What are we gonna track? What are we gonna track? Yes.
You and the story.
The story. The story elements. That's what we're gonna track. Does anybody remember what their story elements are? Oh yay! I know you just did a unit on this. What are they? Don't make fun of my picture. What are your story elements? Same with me. Characters,
setting,
problem, events,
setting,
solution. That's the ending, right? So as we read, we're gonna keep track of the
Does he have a ring on?
events. Okay, I put a ring on there. I was trying to make it fun.
I like it.
Okay, so today as we're reading, we will be successful when we can identify the characters. When I can identify the
Setting.
the
Problem.
and the important events. Okay, so as I read, we're gonna stop and talk a few times, okay? Today we're gonna read is The Wise Owl Wise. And somebody said they've read this before, so if you read that.
I read it before. I have it.
Okay, here we go. What are you listening for?
The story elements.
Story elements, okay? And we're gonna stop and talk, and then when we find them, we're gonna keep track of them on our poster. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is a story about an owl who looked very wise and looked very clever. You remember what clever means?
Yeah.
Okay. This owl hunted for his food at night. In the day, he slept on the best branch of his tree. But when he slept, Owl did not shut his eyes. He kept them open just a little bit, and that made him look very clever. Okay, looking over here at this sentence stem, it says, I found the story element blank in the text. I know it is blank because blank. Let me explain. That's a long one, okay? I found the story element characters in the text. I know it is characters because, who's it talking about?
The owl.
The owl, right? The wise owl, okay? So let's do this one together. I found the story element characters. I know it is characters because
The owl.
the owl is one of the people in the text, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's flip and we're gonna add who here?
The owl.
The owl. Good.
Character is the owl.
What kind of an owl is he?
The brown owl. Brown.
Okay, that's how he looks. But what about his personality?
Clever owl.
Clever. Have we found
And he
out
looks
why
wise.
he's clever yet?
He's
Oh,
wise.
and wise. Okay. Have we met any other characters? Okay, I want you to think about,
There's a wolf.
can we cross this off? Did we do this?
Yeah.
We found a character, yep. We're gonna see if we find more, okay?
I found more characters.
Can anybody think about this? Turn and talk. I want you to try to use this sentence stem. I found the story element.
Settings. Settings.
Okay, freeze. Turn and talk to each other. I know it is setting because.
T. Talk with them.
Because what? What's happening in here? I like what I hear here. I'm going to ask you to share.
What it's doing?
Mm-hmm.
I want to share. I want to share.
All right, second grade, come back up here. Okay, now that you've had a chance to talk, we were talking about setting. So who can use our sentence stems? You want to try it? Okay, go ahead.
I found the story element settings in the text. I know it is settings because what he's doing.
What do you think? Good?
Yeah.
Well, what is he doing?
Sleeping.
How does that tell me setting?
No.
Setting is where?
He's awake.
Where is this?
In the daytime. In the tree. Outside.
In a tree. Where are trees?
Outside.
Outside where usually?
In yard. Yeah, in the forest.
Oh, so can we infer? Did it come out and tell us this is a forest?
No.
No, but we were able to figure that out because we saw the,
Trees and the branches.
we looked at the illustrations,
And there's an
right?
owl.
Okay, so we have forest, 2 R's. That doesn't look right, 1 R. You guys are gonna learn, it's 2?
think so.
Dang it. I'm not spelling is something I have to work really hard on. Okay, so we're in the forest. Someone else said it's nighttime. How do you know that? How do you know?
Because the sky is blue and black, and there's a yellow thing.
What's the yellow thing?
I think she.
That's right.
I think she thought it was a banana.
That's right. Okay, so did we find setting?
Yeah.
Good, all right.
Drink.
Here we go, I'm gonna keep reading. Okay. The animals in the forest saw him and said, "He looks so wise and looks so clever." There was a pond in the forest, and in the pond lived many frogs. It is one R. I just saw it right here, look. Apparently Miss Gilberis needs spelling help too.
Sorry!
One summer it didn't rain and all the water in the pond dried up. The frogs got very hot. "What shall we do?" they asked. "Let us go and ask the owl. He'll tell us what to do. He looks so wise and looks so clever." Why are they going to ask him? What are they looking for from him? What are they? Yes, tell me.
There is because he's clever, and you're asking him because he's really clever.
So he might know what if he's really clever.
Where the water is?
What do you think? Should we see if he knows?
Yeah.
Okay.
The water is.
The frogs told the owl about the pond. "What shall we do?" asked the frogs. "What do you think you should do?" hooted the owl. "We think that we should hide under big cold stones and wait for the rain," said the frogs. "Then do it, do," said Owl. So the frogs hid under big cold stones and waited for the rain. When the rain came, the pond filled with water, and the frogs were happy again. You see that? Okay.
He was kind of close.
So, are there any problems that you've come to yet?
The frogs lost their water.
The frogs lost their water. Okay, so let's track that on our chart. Can we fill it in with our sentence stem? I want you to turn and tell somebody, turn and tell your partner. I found the story element.
T.
Problems in the text. I know that because the problem
Okay, 5, 4, 3, turn back to me, 2, 1. Okay, who can fill in our sentence stem? You guys are doing amazing. Tell me right here.
I found the story element problems in the text. I know it is problem because.
How do you know you found a problem? What was the problem?
The frogs lost their water.
Okay, and is that a problem? What happens to frogs if they don't have water?
They die.
They die. That's a problem. So we found a problem. Yes, for sure. Okay. Frogs don't have water. So what did they do?
Ask the owl. They asked the clever owl.
So you just found an
Important event.
How do you know it's an important event?
Because frogs can die without water.
That's true. And what are they proving when they do that? That the owl is
Clever.
Okay, fill in our sentence stem as a class. I found the story element, important events in the text. I know it is an important event because it proves the owl is clever. Let's mark it off. Okay. So Evaporate. What do I need to put here? Frogs ask owl for help.
Yeah.
Is that the event? Okay.
I'm gonna use pink.
Oh, I love pink.
That's my favorite color. Me too. I like red.
Pink is
Yeah, that's what I like.
Okay.
Pink is my favorite wrappers.
All right, second grade. Let's go back to our learning target. We are learning to track story elements. Did you find characters today?
Yes.
Did you find setting today?
Yes.
Did you find problems?
Yes.
Did you find one important event?
Yes.
Yes. Tomorrow when I come back, we're going to find the rest of the important events. We're going to find the solution or how it ends. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for reading with me
characters,
today.
there's frogs.
Okay, oh. So we should add this real quick. Anything else anybody wants to add? How about we officially get rid of that R? Yes. That's what you were gonna say? Okay, last thought.
I think we should put animals because the animals were looking at the owls.
So the other forest animals. Okay.
It looks like a tornado. The R.
All right. Thank you, friends. Give yourselves a round of applause.